Old Father Time has rolled forward another year, and 2018 is in the books. The odometer of the ages delivered us another clean slate to fill with more accomplishments, accolades, and awesome events at 43.1609 degrees north, 85.71 degrees west, the little town of Sparta.
Larry, I got no footage for that.
That's okay. Keep going. Rumor has it that last year's activities stacked up so much that serious consideration was given to adding a 13th month to the year. My guess is that 172 years ago, the Nashes and the Balcombs and the Bradfords and the Martindales had no idea. Wait a minute, what is this?
You said the 13th month might be added, so I...
So you added December .1?
Listen, this is your script.
Okay, let's get started. Danny boy, we saved one from the wrecking ball of time and atrophy, reflecting upon an era of doing the business of the people, crafting and selling horse collars to bridles to the occasional classy cowhide belt and buckle, to providing the tools for keeping old Nellie in the latest of footwear. This most honest and forthright enterprise was our early day Napa, the Car Star, the Sparta Tire and Tire City of the day, covering all things transportation from the late 1800s into the 20th century. This was the epitome of what a downtown building should look like 125 years ago, and we brought it back. But more about that later. Okay, roll January. Planning. Roll February. Planning. Now, to say March is a slow month would be stifling the work of Mary Riley and Sue Blackall, two irrepressible forces. Mary brought back the Tally-Ho Puppet Festival for a fourth year, and the kids loved it. Kevin Camrad and his puppet sidekick performed, as did master puppeteer Brad Lancaster, adding entertainment to an already entertaining day. This year's festival will be Saturday, March 10.
We shall see.
And Sue was once again wading in the Nash Creek watershed, leading her troops in another reclaiming effort to bring the creek back to its former beauty. Kent County Conservation District came along to help, planting wildflowers, native trees and bushes, and overall seeking to improve water quality within the watershed. It's all about restoration, you know. This year's cleanup is March 23rd. In town, chamber activities are down in April, but out on the fruit farms, it's a different story. Winter pruning, fertilizing, spreading turkey manure in some orchards, mowing, trickle irrigation, introduction of bees in many orchards, placement of full-size propane tanks for frost fan machines, and spraying from early spring on. A busy time on the ridge that is indeed commerce. And in May, our vow to remember those who've gone before was kept, and a bagpiper led the way. On June 20, all sorts of superheroes and princesses magically appeared, and Harry Potter and his clan invaded the park on the 23rd.
Teaches them more adult things. So the books seem to grow up with the kids. So I'm really excited to share Harry Potter with my daughter and son as they grow up.
In July, our beloved Train Depot Museum on the north end of town got a much-needed makeover, scraping, power washing, and a new paint job, thanks to General Formulations and Dave Cole Decorators for their civic contributions. And another Town and Country Days celebration brought out the best Sparta has to offer year in and year out, 77 years running. Farm night and the roll bale toss was a new addition to the fun. It took 2 days in August to pull off the Celtic Festival.
It's the 9th annual Celtic Festival. We got one more, will be our 10th. Next year it will be 10 years in Sparta. Isn't that amazing?
One village, 7 nations. And Canine Camel Companions, Women at Risk, Blue Star Mothers of America, Mid-Michigan Honor Flight, West Michigan Galtact, and General Federation of Women's Clubs were all the beneficiaries of the festival's 2018 efforts. In September, For the second consecutive year, the 45-year-old Gus Macker tournament gave Sparta locals a chance to compete against others around the state in the two-day round ball tournament. 2 weeks later, the Michigan Apple Fest again showcased agriculturally and culturally what this area is known for. Leading into an October of busy harvesting, October also showcased some creative cauldron character concoctions in preparation for Halloween. In November, hunters and shoppers intersected on the same night, the 16th, and the cross-pollination was good for both the Rogers Hardware Buck Pole and the Shop and Stroll event in town. The Historical Commission had their third biannual Sparta Notables event, inducting 11 into the class of 2018. 85 were in attendance. And for the first time since 1962, when our cross-country team won the Class B state championship, we have partially another one. The Rockford Sparta rugby team, led by Coach Greg Peak, defeated Granville in November to become state champs. In December, we all backed off, except for visiting Santa and taking the horse-drawn carriage rides and looking at some fireworks, so that all could enjoy family and friends during the Christmas season and New Year's Eve and day. So that's what the calendar looked like for the once a month, every year things. But how about those activities that you couldn't contain in a given month? For instance, Sparta High School was honored by the College Board as one of 373 school districts in the United States and Canada to appear on the 9th Annual AP District Honor Roll. Since 2016, Sparta High School had to increase the number of students participating in AP classes while also increasing or maintaining a high percentage of students earning good to excellent AP exam scores. This award recognizes the district for successfully identifying motivated, academically prepared students ready for advanced placement. And leadership luncheons. Another interesting batch of luncheons took place this year, with 3 that bear repeating. The February luncheon brought Kyle Underwood from Wood TV8, who discussed changes in weather forecasting technology. It was a very interesting program, but then who in West Michigan doesn't like to discuss the weather? Wait 5 minutes and it'll change. A late update. Kyle left TV8 in late December and told viewers he has some exciting news to share in the new year. So keep your eye on the weather man. In May, the differences between virtual reality, augmented virtual reality, and mixed reality was the topic as Garrett Hoofman came to discuss the future of technology in medical, business, entertainment, and educational sectors. June's program was called Sparta Moving Forward, a combined effort by the Chamber, Sparta Schools, the DDA, the Village, Rotary, and Ed Foundation regarding what the future holds on a number of local fronts. At the end of the program, retired Superintendent Nichols, along with Terry Johnson, led a walkthrough of the athletic grounds, and I got to stand on top of the press box. Awesome! And then concerts in the park. And while we mentioned Superhero and Princess Night this summer, later in the year we also celebrated the retirement of real-life heroes, Chief Jerry and Nancy Boland, for their many years with the Sparta Fire Department. Thank you, Chief and Nancy. Okay, that's what we did. But this is who we are. Our own internal effort at downtown renewal. A restored building in which, once again, we're doing the business of the people. In this hub of frenzied activity where plans are hammered out on the anvil of progress, where forward-thinking patterns are cut out of the cloth of 2019 possibilities, where dreams of retail, commercial, and industrial success are harnessed and the blinders of the past are cast off. Have you been downtown, Daniel? Have you seen the new chamber office, resplendent in its former glory? One could argue that we've taken the last 120 years and Captain Kirked our way into 2019. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, the DeLange Harness Shop lives again, and we just happen to call it our chamber office.